my yang or something. Can we have the next slide? Okay, it's almost time for Q&A. Oh, go to the next one because we have a special question this year.
I'm the Swiss guy! Swiss guy! Swiss guy!
Sandro, I don't think he's here. He would have told me.
Wow.
Does someone over here have intelligence on Sandro? Who just said that? Come up here. This is so important that we just have to interrupt everything to hear it.
He tried to come and couldn't make it work on his schedule. But I did talk to him and he wanted to be here tonight, so Sandro says hi, and he'll be back next year.
Well, hey, where'd that fancy box go? That's all right, we don't need the fancy box.
FaceTime.
He's on Skype. Okay. That's way too high tech for us.
It's
Hi, Sandro.
a little too NSA for me.
So this question here, read it. If you want to participate, write it down. So everyone can play on this question. So you write your answer on a 3x5 card and put those, if you want to play this question, put your answer down here. Just put your answer and put your name.
Be prepared to show your work.
All right, and Quinn, sometime later in the show, maybe with like a half hour to go, you guys have to pick the best answer, the winner. Let's see. Next slide. These are, oh, they didn't take my, well, that's fine. The slides are close enough, I hope. These are the lightning round categories. So if you have an interest in doing a lightning round, if you know about Apple trivia, you can come up here and take Mark's questions. Scott Canasta, raise your hand. Scott came up with some peripheral questions. Sam, quick time. Cameron, well, they're all right in the front. You guys plan that out? And I swear, too many copies of my slides. I'll ask questions about the music if someone wants to do that. So if you switch to the next slide, these are the first ones from us to you, and I'm going to call out some questions that are good. So if I call your name, come up to a microphone, and these guys are going to start working on your questions. And you can talk. Or not. Unless you want to talk now? Okay, great. Cameron Cooper. How much video memory was in Apple's first product? Seems simple and straightforward. Here you go. I wish I had a way to
That's so easy to Google.
We'll think about this. Quinn, I don't know how should we do this. Nick Cokerhook. How do you pronounce your last name?
Cokerhook.
Cokerhook.
It's actually pronounced correctly by Texas Finch.
Oh yeah.
You can check that.
Yeah, it's too bad we
He
don't
has a
have it right here
question.
right now.
He has a question. When and in what context did Apple release this song? And you won't be able to see this, but he has the notation, the music note. You can just read that, and the song will play in his head.
Alex, are you scorekeeping this year? Okay, so automatically, it doesn't matter what the answer to this question is. Automatically, the audience gets one just for having copy and paste of notes on a page. That's just it.
Mark, Aufflick, I believe. You have typed an AppleSoft program into an Apple IIe with no DOS loaded. How do you save it to floppy so it can be loaded and run later using no external or non-standard peripherals? Okay, this is Mike Mihalik, M-I-H-A-L-I-K, from LaCie. Besides requiring a properly formatted and partitioned drive and the correct OS, what else must a FireWire drive have in order to boot a Mac? What is the only letter whose key down scan code is the same on a Mac Plus and an IBM PS2? Brian, Maston, Brook, or Brew? Brook. Just filter it through for me. Dispatch. This one probably goes to you. This is from Maximilian. His one name, Maximilian. How much more name do you need? What were the physical dimensions of the Clarice the Doghouse sculpture that used to be in Apple's icon garden? Oh, this one's interesting. If you want, this is a good, interesting question. I'm curious to see how this works out. This is from Zeb Eisenberg, Savant Systems. How could you use a powered-down MacBook Pro to sleep another MacBook without closing the lid or pressing any keys? How could you use a powered-down MacBook Pro to sleep another MacBook without closing the lid or pressing any keys? I don't know. They fixed my hat backstage. They put a little tape around it and wire on the inside, and now it's a little bit too tight. So if I pass out, that's why. There you go. Okay, so that's enough questions for these guys. Is anybody excited to take one of these questions or do lightning round? Come on, someone do lightning round.
Why did you get this t-shirt? What do you tell them? I don't know. I don't know.
Experts, do you have any answers yet? No. Oh, yes? What's that? The dog count question is in Mark Harlan's hand.
Yes, it is. Yeah, did you want it? I don't want that thing.
Are all the people at microphones there because I gave your question to the experts? Yes, yes, yes. All you two down here? No, we have an extra.
This may come as a shock to you, but I don't know if I'm going to walk you up to the prize booth immediately.
All I wanted to clarify, by definition, all of them have a GUID. But if you have multiple devices that have the same GUID, like 0000, then only one device will be seen.
Somewhat. I don't know. It's okay. Let us hear your answer.
The config ROM must be checksum.
That's true. But I mean, the config ROM must be there as well.
Well, no, but there are people who have shipped products that did not have the proper checksum. They had an incorrect one.
I think we need to call Alex Crevetto from Crevetto and Crevetto.
He's right there. How would Alex Crevetto and Crevetto on this?
So since we're stuck in the middle, maybe we should meet in the middle and arm wrestle.
In case anyone in the audience hasn't figured it out yet, Alex was recently promoted to management. It comes out. Yeah, we are going to arm wrestle for this. Yeah. Because clearly there's nothing intellectual going on here now. So why even act like there is? Why, I'm like, no, I'm not going to say you're right, I'm not going to say you're wrong, I'm just going to take your this is what I'm going to do.
Now, the option, Mark.
Yes, please.
Thumb wrestle. There's way more skill in that.
Yeah, thumb wrestle?
Is there a tutorial?
Yes, it's in the first round.
You know what we could do, Mark?
Yes, please.
We could have them battle it out in a lightning round.
How so?
Well, it's a tie right now, so
Yes.
he'll be the representative from
Figure
the
that out.
audience. Quinn will be the representative from the experts.
That's a great idea.
You get it?
Yeah, yeah. That's
Okay. We'll let the audience guy pick. Which category do you want? You work on hard drives. Do you want the peripherals one?
Peripherals from the 90s.
Scott, they're gonna do your lightning round. So get a mic. Somebody help. You gotta come up here on stage. This is great. We'll do it over here. No, we'll do it right here. I'll get all your stuff.
Is this the traditional lightning round clap?
Come down here. I need more arms. Take a board. Take a cutting board. We need balloons. Don't you people know how to do this? We did it last year. Okay.
You people should be recording.
Defective Balloon was the name of the band that played the first song as we walked in.
You have to give him a dart. Last year they told me, last year out of the blue, right before the session, they told us we had a $10,000 budget, but we didn't know how to get the money. So I have them. Do you want to read them? These people are. No, you gotta, Quinn, you gotta hold your own board. Look. God damn it. Okay, people. If I'm a contestant in lightning round, it's like a game show. This is your buzzer. Okay? So Scott Canaster is going to ask a question, and when you're ready to answer it, you buzz in. And if you buzz in first, you get to answer it. And you can buzz in early, but Scott will stop talking, and you have to, just wing it. It's like on TV.
And if you buzz in early and you miss, the other person gets to hear the question all the way through. You get nothing if you stab yourself. Thank you, Jim. You get nothing if you stab the other guy. Do you have any more questions, Jim? No, you can't just toss it to the audience. Do you have any more questions?
Take a half step forward. Okay.
You guys are doing great. Okay, go.
If I don't go faster, will Steve hit me?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Okay, first question. Are you ready? Okay. On the Apple Daisy Wheel printing element, which was the only character made of metal instead of plastic?
Scott Boyd, what would you say?
I would say the period.
You would say the period, and why is that?
Because I hit it really hard.
Jim Reeks.
Because the period was used as a single dot matrix print head.
That's exactly right.
Correct. No points. No points for the answer. It's just an interesting answer.
No points, and I'm disappointed.
Oh, sure.
Not everybody did it. Okay. The next question about the Apple Daisy Wheel printer.
Hey man, this is your category.
The Apple Daisy Wheel printer was made by Cume Corporation. On what street in San Jose was the headquarters of Cume Corporation? Anybody? Try. Go for it. No? Okay. Anybody?
Main Street.
The correct answer is, of course, Cume Drive. Okay, I don't have any more questions about the Apple Daisy Wheel printer, I'm sorry. So we'll move on. Next question. What was the product name of Apple's homegrown, non-standard 800K 5¼ floppy disk drives, codenamed Twiggy? Quinn.
Oh, he said that.
That is incorrect. So do I finish now since... Okay, thank you. Thank you, contestant. Codename Twiggy that shipped with the original Lisa. He doesn't know. Anybody? Experts? Superdrive? No. Wow, really? Fileware. Oh, yeah, now I remember, sure. Okay. Oh, time out for another balloon for Quinn. Okay, next question. The Apple Daisy was just kidding. What was the formatted capacity of Apple's first hard disk, the Apple Profile? Contestant.
10 megabytes.
Incorrect. Quinn. 5 megabytes is correct. Point expert.
Okay, so
Expert.
that's tied up.
All right.
But you know what? Hey, experts, don't chime in the answer.
Oh yeah, experts. Yeah. Of course, everybody said the answer and he still got it wrong. Okay, next. Continuing with the peripherals category. What was Apple's official advice for backing up your profile? Anybody?
440 million.
Yes, no?
Get a second.
Floppy disk.
Nobody knows?
Get another profile.
The answer?
Get another.
Buy another one. At a suggested retail of $3,500 for that 5 megabyte drive. All right, we're doing great, guys. Let's see if we can keep up this pace. Next question.
Keys. That's an excellent question. All right, here we go. The easiest way to do it. You gotta put it the right way, Mickey. There we go. You're holding it wrong. The key is to hold the magnet against the Hall effect sensor, which is the most technical answer.
That is the answer I had in mind.
Did you guys work that out? Mark distracted me.
Hello?
Are you happy with the resolution of this?
I am.
Oh, okay, good. Did they get it right or wrong?
They got it right.
They did. Did they let you go get stuff?
I have not been really...
Oh, go down and get some stuff. That's a good question. I like it. Keith, find that person. They're standing somewhere.
You're looking for Mark Offlich?
Yeah.
Mark's question.
Okay, hold on. There's an emergency. Mark wants me to resolve this gentleman's issue. I say you win.
Now hold on. To be clear, the reason there's a little bit of side conversation here. The reason that Fred says he wins is he's actually changed the rules on the fly. Not that we've ever done that before. And he's like, well, I got 0 and Quinn got 1. But Fred's answer was yes, but Quinn got 1 wrong. Yeah. So that needs to tell you something about right and wrong and what you say to Fred. Just for the future.
We got to move forward. Forward.
So that means you get stuff. But you go
Some Mark's questions, the rest of you can briefly try to think of the answer before Alex Trebek gives it. You have typed an AppleSoft program into an Apple IIe with no DOS loaded. How do you save it to floppy so that it can be loaded and run later using no external or non-standard peripherals? We made a couple of corrections. We're assuming you meant Apple DOS 3.3. It could have been ProDOS, could have been some of the other operating systems. You also said using no external or non-standard peripherals, but the floppy drive is external. So we assumed we could use an external floppy.
Yeah.
The answer is you just boot DOS by typing PR number in the slot DOS card is in. Probably 6 is where most people put it, because booting the operating system didn't clear memory at all. And before you booted the operating system, you saved the 4 locations in what on the Apple II we would now call low memory, but it was just the low part of memory, which would have been the start of the start of BASIC and end of BASIC. They're at PAX. I used to remember this stuff, and now I just remember where to look it up. at hex 69, 6A, 6B, and 6C. After you booted DOS, you put those values back to where they used to be. Your program is back in memory. From the computer's point of view, you type save. Now, if you want to run your program before you save it to disk and then reload it, you'd also have to have saved away the string low and string high pointers and the start of variable memory after the end of the AppleSoft program. Those were also in low memory. There were other things you could do. Zero page. Yeah. So that's one way. You could also just save it to a floppy. I mean, you could save it to a tape and then turn the computer off, turn it on, load it back to tape, and then save it to a floppy.
You're giving me a big long list of things that you could do, and there's no specifics here. You can just keep going. You're going to hit it eventually.
I believe you save away the start and end pointers in low memory. Boot the computer.
What are the start? What do you mean the start?
I said there's 69, 6A, 6B, and 6C.
Keith.
That's right. So you're going to be able to, after a boot, in fact, I'm pretty sure that it'd wipe away a bit of the start of the program. But you can move it and move it back. But you're going to be able to list it and run it. But in fact, when you save it, you're going to get garbage on the disk. Because you're missing a critical.
AppleSoft or Integer? Okay. With AppleSoft, I think it also corrupted the first 8 bytes of program memory. And so you had to also save the first 8 bytes, which would have been at 801, 802, 803, 804, 805, 806, 807.
So that will let you, you've done that, and that'll let you list and run it after a warm boot. But if you save it, it'll save garbage.
Save garbage, huh? What are we missing?
Keith.
I don't think we're talking DRM.
Keith. You trying to win this one by putting the guy to sleep?
No. I think I've answered it. He's saying I'm wrong. So why am I wrong?
So when you list and run, the end of the AppleSoft program is determined by the end of code. I can't remember exactly what the byte sequence is, but at the end, after the last line. But when you save it, what it does is it looks at AF and B0, which gives you the memory address of the address just after the last line, and it just saves that chunk of memory disk. So you'll be able to list and run it correctly because it's just iterating through. But when you try to save, it's going to look at AF and B0, which have been corrupted during the warm boot, and it's going to save some random amount of memory.
Yeah. You win. You win. What's your name?
Mark.
You're just Mark. Okay. And are you actually from Cleveland, but you try to sound like you're from Melbourne to sound smarter?
No, I'm from Sydney, but if you say Mark at the shop, they say Mac, and then you never get your food.
Mike.
Go get your stuff. You win.
We have another answer down here. You got to find him.
Yeah, we're looking for Maximilian. Has everybody got their own NDA this year? Everyone wants to do their name. Maximilian?
Yeah. He's over there.
You asked what were the physical dimensions of Clarence the Dog Pound sculpture that used to be in Apple's Icon Garden.
Correct.
And I looked up some pictures I took of it when I started at Apple and determined what I thought are the dimensions. But then I was informed by the current owner alleged current owner of the icon sculpture that there might be something else, so I'll hand it over to him.
So I've got a pretty funny story about the dog cow in the icon garden. So
wait, what are you doing?
I'm talking the icon garden.
Icon garden, okay. Can I interrupt you for 1 second? I want to interrupt you for 1 second.
Okay.
People down at that microphone, you were there to... Is anyone standing at a microphone to answer questions up here?
Yes.
You are?
Yeah.
And you there? Okay, yeah, I know you were there already. We're going to have you answer whichever question you want. So move up to the mic, speak into it, tell me who you are, tell me which question you want to answer.
Okay, my name is Chris Mackey. I wanted to answer the second question.
Second question.
The Apple process.
Okay, that...
And he's up there by the grace of Just Ben.
That's right.
Just Ben could put a bowl through him and didn't.
Okay.
And I might ask Just Ben to give me a hand if I'm wrong.
That's fine. Okay.
I got the answer to this.
Oh, do you want me to go? Okay.
If you're ready, go.
I think the process is disk noted, which is supposed to transfer data between iTunes and iPod and devices, but I don't know what it really does.
Okay. You have the answer.
That is incorrect.
I take my light bulb and Ben, hi, come back.
Yes.
Just Ben. Yeah, you can go help him out. Has anyone ever told you you look a little bit like Andy Kaufman? You don't have to do it over the microphone. In fact, I prefer you didn't. You can just go talk to them. Like normal people. That's the way we built Apple Computer. We just talk to each other.
You didn't use Apple Talk?
Facebook. Some of us were normal then. Apparently he's not going to talk. Oh no, he is talking to him. I thought it was the other guy, and I thought he was using an intermediary. I thought that's why I started with a handshake. Which is only a hardware joke, I guess. Fred, we've got dead air.
What?
We've got dead air. You can get Vink to talk about the icon. We're dead.
You didn't answer the question. Did you resolve question number 10?
They're working on it apparently. Both of you guys can go to a mic if you want.
Okay, John Vink, go ahead.
All right. So the icon.
No. You got to find the guy.
Maximilian, right? That guy over there.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Repeat the question. So everyone in the audience knows what the hell's going on.
What were the physical dimensions of the Claris, the doghouse sculpture that used to be in Apple's Icon Garden? So around 1998, I came to work one day and the Icon Garden was gone. It was a previous day. And a little while later, like a month or two later, we had a company-wide meeting with Steve Jobs. And so during Q&A, I went up to the mic, kind of like you did, and I said, hey, remember those icons that were on the corner? You know, those cute, fun icons? Are they coming back? And this is when Steve Jobs jumped up and yelled at me in front of the whole company for like a minute. The first time. He jumped up and he said, they weren't fun, they weren't cute, they're pixelated, they're ugly, all the signs around this company are all pixelated and ugly. You gotta move into the 1990s or 2000s. And so he yelled at me for, you know, what seemed like a minute and a half. And at the end he said, if you want them, you can have them. So we had got a big U-Haul trailer, and we got, I only took the dog cow icon, and it's in my garage at home now. And so it's 29 pixels wide by 22 pixels high.
But in the real world, things have depth.
Yeah, the physical dog cow is 1 pixel.
Okay, what's your answer?
I got it at about 9.1 feet tall and 10-ish.
No, it's each pixel is 6 inches square, so it's 11 feet tall and 14 and a half feet wide.
But you should go get stuff.
Before you leave the microphone, I'm just broadly speaking here, how do you feel about Mountain Dew, just in general?
Very good.
Okay, great. So, Alex here brought me these things that I did a taste test either last year or 2 years ago with where I had all sorts of different flavors of stuff, and I got a thing here that if you get it over in the blue light, it just glows like radiator fluid, which is probably what it has in it. They can't sell it in this country, which should tell you a lot right there. And you can have this. That's what that's I mean this sincerely when I say it. Anyone that has to listen to John Vink on a microphone for 5 minutes needs some sort of prize. There's not an expert up here that would disagree with me either. This is the crazy Swiss guy. He's here.
I waved to him.
Come on, there's
I saw it. Yeah.
We wish you were here. Wave to Sandro, to the camera. There you are. That's the effect you have on these people. And you should be here instead of in Switzerland storing francs or whatever the hell you're doing there. We miss you. You strange little Swiss guy.
Is Mike Thornton out there? Mike, hi Mike. Find a way to the microphone here. Mark, give me your question, and we're going to have fun with this. It says, you've interrupted a Mac into MaxBug, but the floppy drive is still spinning. How do you stop it? Now, of course, which Macintosh? We're going to assume the original.
Alex, what? Never asked that question.
Mark handed it.
Well, you'll find, you just listen, it gets better. It gets better.
Just relax.
As long as there's a certain sense of comedic timing, which you managed to step all over.
Exactly. First, let's praise Mike, because not only Mike Lawrence worked at Apple, and I believe Sonos, but more importantly, Mike worked for Infocom. Anyone? And Mike also wrote Disbits, which I remember reading Dr. Dobbs, which was awesome. I still see ATM machines doing that effect. Anyway, the important part is, right here at the bottom of the card it says answer and an arrow, and then the back of the card is the answer. And we looked it up and it's actually correct. So in MaxBug you type DM, DFFF, 1FFF, and that turns the motor off.
D2F, 1FF, not 3F.
Did I misread? I'm sorry. There's 2 F's here. Nope. The answer's here. But anyway, Mike, we love you. You have to have a shirt for this. Even though, you're not supposed to write the answer to the card. And you've been a Mac developer.
Where was the documentation?
There's a far more important reason that you've been called to the microphone, Mike. And I've been asked this 15 times today already. Well, why is it that some people are at Apple and then they're not there anymore? And it's because they're the kinds of people who write the answers to the freaking questions on the back of
I would like to remind people that there was a question about the area of a sticker, and so far there's 3 answers, and you just have to be closest. So if you want to enter, put your answer down here. And is there another queued up answer?
I'm not scared anymore. This is wonderful. Okay, great. So, I know. Were you born when the Apple I shipped? Okay.
I'll warn you that...
How many of you were born in 1976? 1976. Yeah, oh good. How many? Okay, good. How many of you weren't? Yeah.
Can I interrupt here for a second?
Sure.
When I started at Apple, shortly after I started at Apple, Brian had a corner office that was super swanky because it was in the corner, and it had couches. But he moved. I can't remember why, but I moved into Brian's office, and he didn't take all of his stuff immediately. And in the bottom drawer of his file cabinet was an Apple I. Just so you know.
I have right here on credit cards. This is magical. We live in the 21st century. On credit cards, you can get any picture you want nowadays. That's a picture of an Apple I. And yes, I'm covering up some of the numbers, but yeah. I didn't look at my credit card to find out the answer to this question. I looked at the ad for the Apple I. So the Apple I ad even says that it came with 1K of video memory. So by some definition, that's how much video memory was in the Apple I, even though it wasn't special memory, it was just the ordinary memory, just like the Apple II. But also, just like the Apple II, it didn't actually show you all of the memory as it was sort of scanning and building the image. Woz was really smart. We actually thought about calling Woz to answer this question. Apparently, so it actually sweeps through memory, spitting out video data, and sweeps right past the edge of the screen. And while the video beam, because yes, displays used to have this beam that moved back and forth. How many members? Never mind. That was actually also spitting out memory. So you could use that memory for something else besides video, but nobody ever did. So 40 by 24, 40 characters across, 24 lines, about a K. So 1K of it. Is that the answer you had in mind?
Roughly. Well, so the Apple I has 24 by 40 characters, all uppercase, so you only need 7 bits per character. It had 7 1024-bit registers.
No, I mean, it dedicated the memory even though you can really only use 7 bits per character.
No, there was only 7 times 1024 bits of memory.
No, that's not true. It was using hardware character generators like the Apple II before people started drawing text in high res.
So we used the 2504 serial, or chip register, and there were 7 of them. Each one was 1 by 1024.
Oh crap.
Do you know anything about Apple daisy wheel printers?
I got bored and built an Apple one for fun, so I
If you change it on the iPod versus like on iTunes.
Exactly. What else can change on the iPod? The number of plays.
Yeah, the number of plays. Isn't the amount of plays?
Yeah, and what else?
Skip count. Skip count.
Yeah, and?
Brandin.
Scott.
Ratings.
Ratings.
Oh, you said ratings? Last play?
Last play date.
And?
The skip date. Isn't there?
All right, Dave, give him the whole answer.
And the last skip date.
There you go.
Yay, Max! He said it. So things that can't change on the iPod don't get evaluated by the iPod because iTunes has already told us.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay. That'll be a point for the experts, but you all get stuff for partial credit because you all got about a quarter of it correct. We have, we'll make sure, you just came up to the microphone, right?
I tried to answer the first one.
The third one?
First.
First one. First.
Another lightning round.
Oh, lightning round. Which one do you want?
General Apple trivia.
Okay, great. So come up on stage, and we'll let you do first crack at question 1, and you get second crack at question 1.
See, if I do this?
Okay. All right, so you guys go ahead.
Yeah, the very first thing I want to do is give a standing ovation to someone who doesn't even bother to show up on time.
Okay, here are those guys. You guys are at microphones because...
We have our lightning round guy out here.
I'd like to give question number 2 a shot.
The second one? Okay. Are you guys ready for lightning round yet? Who's your expert? Who's in the expert?
So from the experts, we need someone for general Apple trivia. I would suggest Special K or Sterno or Fat Polly Mercer, one of those 3. Oh, that's right. Most people don't know I call him Fat Polly. All right, Sterno. So very briefly. This is Brian Stearns. What employee were you at?
2536.
2536. He's one of the very last people to sign the inside of the original Macintosh. So is that man right there with the cap. His name?
Ron Nicholson.
Ron Nicholson, and someone else might be here too. I don't see it. All right.
It's a pretty high bar to be.
Right, do you have any questions? You want me to pull them out?
They're your questions.
Great. All right. The category is general Apple trivia. Apple Computer was founded in 1976 on what day?
April 1st.
That is correct. April Fool's Day. That is strong. That's you're not allowed to pop a balloon on his head, by the way. Are we ready? What was used for backing up your programs on an Apple I?
Cassette tape.
That is correct.
This is a lightning round.
Yeah. This isn't the hard, impossible questions that you can't answer from camera. And this is my questions that people can actually do, so the audience gets entertained when the people get them right.
I will reevaluate my questions next time.
In the early 1990s, the registered trademark symbol R-Circle was used in conjunction with the Apple logo in all countries except the UK, where the trademark incorporated TM. Why?
Apple Records?
That's right, it's the Beatles' lawsuit didn't allow the registered trademark of Apple to be used in England. 3 was exhibiting motherboard problems, a technical bulletin recommended what action to set the chips. The correct answer, which he got, is drop the machine from a height of 3 inches and onto a hard surface. What was the first Macintosh with a color monitor?
Mac 2.
No. Ship with one?
Answer the question.
So, Andy Hirschfeld and Earl Smith built a color Mac in the original case that used a completely different graphics architecture, video architecture. It actually had chunky planar video architecture, and I wrote code for it. There was only one of it. It never actually shipped.
Which means that's not the right answer.
Could I add a color monitor to a Macintosh SC30?
The correct answer is, audience? The Macintosh 2 is correct.
Let me interrupt for 1 second.
You know, Sterno, there's only 2 problems with liking your answer better. One is it's wrong, the other one is it's very biased. On January 9th, 2007, Apple Computer Inc. ceased to exist. Why?
Name change to Apple?
That is correct, because of an emphasis in multimedia. Oh, and then, the audience loves you, Sterno. Listen to that. Listen to that applause. You know what? So what these people are harping on, because apparently they can't take the thought of losing, is that my Mac 2 didn't ship the color monitor. It came a month late.
It was delayed a month. It shipped late because of late changes in QuickDraw.
All right, so I have a big question for you, since that's such a great. I know this may come as a surprise. Here's the deal. I know that this is going to be a little counter to the way you normally live. Don't listen to the guy with the bat. The answer is that's still not the right answer, and the answer I have still is the right answer. Right, fair enough. It's the right answer there. Last question. In the promotional video, Apple 1997, what was the name of the computer line following Macintosh? Performer? No.
Quadra.
Gravenstein is the answer. No. It's just a type of apple. You'd be all tripped out about it if that's what Macs were called instead of what they are. That's true. I didn't say it was a good name. I said it's a freaking question. So that's it. That's the end. And you slaughtered Sterno, which is big. So as there's a special prize here, you are being. Does this come from John Bing? Yes. This came from John Bing's company, Nest. They do the intelligent.
I want to call 2 people up to microphones that answered the sticker thing. One's named Scott Ross, and one is K7. Come up to microphones, and you'll be spoken to in just a second. I want to find out why these other people are here, because we have 7+ minutes. You guys? All right, answer question 2.
Is it 4?
John, Vink. Question 2, that human right there.
Hello. Is it 4 PIDs? No, it's not.
Is anybody else at the microphone to answer?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll go with 3. Oh. 3 is correct.
You guys both answered it?
There's one page for the first DFU stage, a different page for the next DFU stage, and a third page when it's in disk mode.
Awesome. Point for the experts. Go get stuff. Hey, Mark. Are there still shirts? Okay, great. Stickers.
So do we have anyone who answered the stickers up?
Yep.
Who are you?
Scott.
Scott, excellent. First, we want to thank you very much for putting your sticker on here.
Yeah, I saw you measuring. You're welcome.
Yes, that was a huge help. We had calculated it, but we had some issues, so it was nice to verify our answer. So I think you should get a prize if that's okay with Fred, just for helping us out with your sticker. Your answer was wrong, though.
That's what I figured.
And it is KT or K7 here. Okay, so I'm not sure if you come from a country that uses the metric system, but you wrote down 10.2 millimeters squared, which would be about this big.
Oh.
So that's
you just
not
get to
right.
go get shirts.
Okay. So the correct answer was from Ernie, who wrote 1,675 millimeters squared. It's not correct, but it was the closest that we could get. It's actually, the stickers are 34 millimeters by 44 millimeters, and there were 2 of them. The sticker, if you make a perfect rectangle, takes up 63.528% of a perfect rectangle. So the correct answer is 1,900 millimeters squared. So Ernie, wherever you are, that gets 1675 millimeters squared, get yourself a prize.
I've almost cleared out everyone. Anybody want to do the music lightning round? Come on. You do?
Yeah.
Oh, come on up here. You're in there. Hey, so you know what's good? Is I thought we only had 5 more minutes because then it'll be 8 o'clock, but they gave us 10 extra minutes beyond that. We've never gotten extra time. You're at the microphone because
I wanted you guys to explain to these fine people why you had to drop the Apple III 3 inches on a hard surface.
You can explain it, you know. Go ahead.
Because the chips would unseat or weren't properly seated.
That's right.
Doing so.
Chips wouldn't seat, so you drop it to hammer them in.
It's not just that they weren't properly seated. It's that they weren't properly seated such that when the motherboard expanded from the heat, it would actually force the chips out of their seats.
Just out of curiosity, how old are you?
27.
So, is that product older than you are? It is, isn't it?
Yes.
That's great.
music. Okay. We'll do Mark.
The Apple III chips backed out because of shipping, not because of thermal expansion, just shipping. When they were shipped in a box, they'd wiggle and they'd come out. So you drop them to get them back in.
Can't the UPS guy just drop the box?
You're on the mic.
Go for it.
That's not correct. That's not correct because Apple employees got some prototype Apple IIIs and they had the same problem with the chips creeping out of the sockets.
Mitch lied to me. Mitch here needs to know why would he be.
This is going to come to a shot.
This is great. This is Mark Harlan. You already know.
Yeah.
It goes. Where's an extra mic? All right. You can't hold that. Here, help him out. This is lightning round.
I have one question. I was off stage when whatever happened, so what questions am I answering here?
Music lightning round. So, the half an hour before the session, 5 songs played.
Yes.
And I made up some questions having to do with those songs because I was worried we didn't have enough questions.
Okay, great.
We were using leftover questions from last year.
Great.
So these all have to do with the songs that played tonight as we came in.
Okay.
Question 1. When does James Brown go to the chapel?
Early in the morning.
No.
Late at night?
The correct answer is every night. So half point. You're losing.
His answer was way better than
You're losing.
I'm losing.
Who is he singing a duet with? James Brown. Anybody want to scream it out from the audience? No? He doesn't sing. Who sings with James Brown? Okay, the answer is Bobby Bird.
I had dinner with Bobby Bird once.
Okay, well. Okay.
Okay, do I get half point for that?
No. Which band was named after a city? Yes, Chicago. Excellent. What songs you play? I'll give you guys a lot of hints on this one. So the third song I played, maybe the fourth song I played, it was Ella Fitzgerald singing. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
You know, Ella Fitzgerald played at a Apple party once, back when Apple had extravagant parties. I was there. And she sang the song, Ella Fitzgerald sang the song, To Keep My Love Alive. How many husbands did Ella Fitzgerald bump off?
3.
No. 4. It was 7. You guys aren't going to get this one. I want you to name one of them.
Joe.
Hold on. What's your name?
John.
Niche.
No. He was closer. It was Paul, Thomas, Philip, George, Charles, Francis, and Atherton. Which?
Why, thank you. It's like our discussed engineering shirt. I am in no way qualified to do the QuickTime lightning round, but I figure he deserves a chance to ask questions.
Come on. Who's your victim up here? Jim Reeves. Jim Reeves was on the QuickTime team. Oh, he's on the sound. You'll never get any of them right. It's okay. You're gonna do Sam's. It's okay. I'll stand by. You come over with me. Set them up. Where's the boards? Okay, you guys just clap because no one's helping.
How's he gonna clap?
Hello.
His hands in his pocket.
QuickTime.
G'day. All right, I want a clean fight. What is the value of the constant? Do the right thing.
42.
No, I'm sorry. Jim, do you know the answer? The value of the constant. Do the right thing. It's a QuickTime 1 constant. It's 0. It doesn't mean you should not do the right thing. It means do the right thing is the safe choice from any flags choices. You know, the false flags grounds, right? Yeah. Okay. Alrighty. What flag is used to indicate whether a video frame is a keyframe with add media sample and get media sample?
Do the right thing.
Sorry, no. Jim? What flag? It's a...
24.
It's media sample, not sync. I think it's 1. It's the first one. Hey! It's easy if you translate, scale, translate, linear. Alright. We're 0 for 0 here. Let's be trouble. Name a QuickTime graphics importer for which there is no corresponding graphics exporter. What?
I name it Fred.
I thought we lost that rule. Alright, we have named it, but we actually call it FlashPix. We have a FlashPix graphics importer and no FlashPix graphics exporter. Yes.
It's a header. Use the header.
Okay. All right, I think we're coming to the end here. The Image Compression Manager API decompress image takes an argument that points to compressed data, but does not take a data size argument. How does it figure out how many bytes it should read?
From the header.
Frame? It's in the frame?
That's the case for a different API.
Magic bit.
Which one is that? Magic.
Magic bit.
Fred and magic.
I think Jim is closer here. It looks in the data size field of the image description handle. All right, last one. What
did that come from?
I got another argument. What is the resource type for preview resources? Preview resources.
You got PRV or something?
It's not PRV. Jim, preview resources. Can you do it?
RSRC.
Can I go lifeline?
Is anyone in the audience know for Jim what the preview resource type is?
Yellow. P-Not.
No, he got it right. It's P-Not. P-Not.
You right there. You just got a shirt. You right there. Stand up. You. Yeah. Go get yourself a t-shirt. I saw you answer that.
These questions
Hey, Chris and I wanted to thank our honors. Get some more points.
Ned, go.
Can we do that? Somebody asked a Shari from UCLA. Asked what kind of resource was used to provide binary extensibility to hypercard stacks. And really, we're running out of time, so we got to get some points. XCMD. Anyone? Okay. Awesome. We win!
Jordan K around. Jordan K asked, what is an alternative syntax to double underscore block that can be used within the block scope itself? This actually turned up just recently on Stack Overflow, thanks to Bill Bumgarner. It's a great guy to follow if you like Stack Overflow or pictures of sushi. And you used to be able to put the names of the block scope variables just inside the block, inside vertical bars. And it was thrown out because it moved the intent of the declaration away from the site of the declaration, which is just sort of a bad idea. But it's still in documentation. So, it'll be removed soon.
We have 43 seconds, so we're going to end right now. Thank you.
Did we win?
And it's been rushed.
Yep.